I have been feeling, honestly, kind of overwhelmed lately. Dare I say, burnt out, because I have just not been enjoying the things that I usually enjoy. And that is such a just unfortunate feeling. And it is something that I feel a lot of us can relate to, because when the things that we love become a chore, when the things that we love don't bring us as much joy anymore, it is really just not a fun time, and it is very easy to get into a depressive or anxious loop. And in today's video, I just want to talk about it. I just want to kind of air my laundry and share my thoughts and feelings about this topic with you all, because honestly, being on here, sharing my life, my thoughts, my opinions, is so therapeutic for me. Like, you guys don't even know. You don't even know how much you help me out by just watching my videos, by commenting, by liking. It means the absolute world to me, and I'm so thankful and grateful to you all that you're allowing me to open up and to share my life with all of you. So this will definitely be more of a podcast style video, so don't feel pressured to actually watch this whole thing. Like, I'm just gonna be sitting here talking, probably waving my arms around aggressively. So I recommend you put this video on in the background and do some fun stuff, maybe some plant chores, maybe some cleaning around the house, and we can just talk about the feeling of being burnt out, the feeling of not enjoying the things that you maybe used to enjoy. So I would say it's been like a couple of weeks that I've been struggling with this feeling, and obviously that's nothing like horrible. Like, it always comes and goes in waves. Like, sometimes you will be super enthusiastic and interested in like all of your hobbies, and sometimes you will have like that a dip and you will not want to do anything, which is completely normal. And I do want to normalize that kind of behavior by just talking about it. Like, we live in this society where it's all about the grind, it's all about the hustle. It's literally, we are bombarded every single day with, you know, how to lose fat, how to be a better student, how to clean better, how to be more productive during your 9 to 5. You know, it's all about more. And there is only so much you can do, and there is only so much you have in your energy reservoir. Like, you don't have an infinite amount of energy and strength and even willpower or interest in certain topics, and it fluctuates like from day to day. Like, one day I will be absolutely like a beast and do everything on my to-do list, and another day I'm lucky if I get even like 1 or 2 things done, and that is completely normal. And lately I have just been feeling like all of my hobbies, like all of my interests, like the things that I love, the things that are me, have not been bringing me a lot of joy. Like, for example, plant care has been extremely overwhelming lately, which is normal. Like, if you have been in this plant hobby for a couple of years, and especially if you own a large collection, you will know that this is a normal feeling, and it sucks. Honestly, I can't even say anything like positive, because it just sucks, because we have these plants. Like, I have 100 plants and I need to take care of them. It's not like another type of hobby that you can just like put aside and it will wait for you once you feel like picking it up again. It's not such a hobby. Like, you have to be on top of it. You have to still water your plants. You still have to pest check. You still have to, okay, you don't have to do repots and stuff, but like, you know, there's still things you need to do. And when you have a lot of plants, yeah, that's a lot of work. And if you're not feeling like doing any plant care, it can be very, very overwhelming, and it can lead to a lot of burnout. Now, I would say I'm not like at the point of like complete burnout. I feel like I'm good. It's just kind of like, I don't know, I do the things, I water my plants, but it's just not bringing me a lot of joy right now. And again, that is completely normal. I've had plenty of experience with plant burnout. Like, there have been a lot of times in my plant collecting journey where I just wasn't feeling this hobby. At one point or another, like, you're just gonna get overwhelmed, and that is completely normal. And I feel like during the shifts of the seasons, like from fall or from winter to like spring and summer, I feel like that's when a lot of plant burnout happens, because the amount of work that you need to do with your plants drastically increases. Like during the summertime, I have to water a lot more. I have to deal with a lot more pests, and pests have been just, oh my God, they have been such a nuisance. Like I have been dealing with so many thrips, so many spider mites, and it's nothing like horribly wrong. Like I don't have like any big infestations, but it's just, it takes only one like plant that has a thrips, like a couple of thrips, and I'm just like, oh God. And especially if it's a big plant like my monsteras, because my monsteras love to get thrips, and then it's just like a whole thing, and I have to treat it, and I have to do all of these things, and I just have not been in the mood to do any of it. Even like filming has been quite hard, and I love filming. I love being on camera. I love doing stuff with my plants, but I definitely have been prioritizing kind of these more chatty sit down videos, which you probably have noticed. And I'm sorry if this is kind of like not your cup of tea. Obviously, I understand it's not everybody's. And also this whole like video concept of me talking about my struggles. If you're not here for it, and if you don't want to watch it because there's not really any major plant talk going on, I absolutely understand you, and I will not be mad if you don't watch this video. This is definitely more like a personal video, more of a selfish video, dare I say. Whenever you like get into YouTube and you kind of do your research and like on how to be a good YouTuber, usually all of the tips are like, make what the audience wants to watch, make content that will be clickable, that will keep your audience's attention, all of that stuff. And while I try to do that to some degree, this YouTube thing, I didn't start it because of the numbers. I didn't start it because of the money. Like I started this because I just wanted to share my life, share my story, share my experiences, and share my plans. And yeah, sometimes we also have to go through the bad parts, and I am not the type of person to just like put on a smile and be like, everything is fine. Like I don't want to do that. I want to tell you guys when things maybe aren't as peachy, because then I can give you an actual realistic view of what it means to actually take care of so many plants, to be a content creator. Although my channel is still pretty small, like making videos takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. Like, yeah, sure, I'm just sitting here in my chair and not doing much, but talking to a camera for like half an hour to an hour, it's a lot. It's a lot, especially because talking to yourself is quite difficult, and it's actually a skill, because when you have like another person to bounce off ideas off of, or like just to have like an actual conversation, it's a lot easier because you're not the one that has to constantly talk. But here on YouTube, I have to constantly talk. Like I basically have to keep the conversation going with myself, which I love to do. I think that's really fun, but it is quite taxing. So yeah, just overall, I have not been feeling like myself, I suppose. Like I just was not in the mood to do anything, and plant care has definitely taken a toll on me. My plants, luckily my plants are just, they are such champions. They're such resilient girlies, and they're dealing with all of my neglect. And I'm trying to not like neglect them too much. Like I still try to at least water them like once a week, but because it's summer now and it's getting so freaking hot, like my plants sometimes need like watering twice a week, and I'm just not used to that schedule because I'm still kind of like in winter mode. Like I'm still in the mindset of like watering my plants maybe like once every week or every other week. And now that it is summer and it is hot, my plants are drying out like hotcakes. And yeah, it's kind of it's kind of a double-edged sword, because obviously, because we are in the growing season, everything is growing so well and all of my plants are doing so well, and oh my god, I'm just so happy to see them growing, but I can't even properly enjoy them growing and them sizing up because there is so much to do. Like, I constantly have to water, I constantly have to treat for pests, and it's just kind of like overwhelming, and I don't get to enjoy having plants in my collection. So that has been also another thing that's just kind of like been on my mind, I suppose. But making this video and talking about it really helps me because I get to reflect on those feelings, and now that I'm saying all of this out loud, I realize that I can still appreciate my plants. Like, even if I have to like neglect them for a little bit, like, they will be here, they will be waiting for me. And like, even if they, I don't know, even if they have like a bit of a setback, for example, if I underwater them too much and like they lose a couple leaves or whatever, even if like a plant completely rots, like, I can always restart it. Like, 9 times out of 10, most plants that we grow, especially aeroids, are so easy to like start over from, like wet stick propagations and stuff. So honestly, I try to remind myself whenever I'm in this mindset of like, oh, I don't feel like taking care of my plants, but I don't want to lose my plants. I wish I don't remind myself that it's okay to restart a plant. Like, even if it comes to the point where it's kind of like doomed or where it's dying, like, saving a plant, like 9 times out of 10, you will be able to actually save the plant, even if you severely neglect it. And like, I'm nowhere near that level, so why am I even stressing about that stuff? Like, my plants are still doing fine. Like, they still get water, they still get everything they need. It's just maybe not ideal. Like, it's a little bit less optimal than they would like during this time of year, but hey, this is what I got. And in a day, if I only have like 30% of energy to provide to my plants and I'm giving them those 30%, guess what? I'm giving 100% of myself. And that is such a powerful image. Even if you have 10% and you give those 10% of yourself, you are giving it all, your all. You are giving those 100%. You don't need to always go above and beyond. And obviously, we are just humans. Like, you can't always be interested in the same thing all the time at the same level. Like, life would be so boring if there weren't those ups and those downs. And I need to remind myself of that, and I need to get it in my little noggin. But yeah, that has been going on. But I will say there have been other aspects of my life where I am like more productive, where I am putting in more of my energy into, and that has definitely been running. I have been loving running. I mentioned it in like one of my, I feel like it was my last plant chores video that I talked about how I started running, and it has been a blast. I'm still running. It's so fun. It gets me out the door, and I feel like that is something that, you know, you always hear about, nutrition, exercise, and it is truly magical. And it's truly, it just blows my mind, because we all know that these things are the key to a happy lifestyle. But boy, it's hard. It is hard. But running has been something that I find really easy, because I wake up in the morning every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I go running. So 3 times per week, because I'm still a beginner and I don't want to push myself too much. But I wake up in the morning. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. and I put on my running gear. I brush my teeth and I do my warm-up stretches, and I'm out the door, and it feels so amazing. Like, it feels so great. It gets me out of bed. It gets me out in nature. I love running by the water. I live in a city that is surrounded by like riverbanks, so I have a lot of like water areas where I can run along. And that is really, really wonderful. And also, I live in a very small town, so most of the roads are literally empty in the morning, and it just feels so peaceful, so meditative, so calming, and it's great. It's been absolutely great. But I do have to remind myself that, yeah, when you run like 5K in the morning, obviously you're gonna be a bit tired during the day, am I right? But it's hard to accept that fact. It's hard to accept that you don't always have energy to do everything. For example, another hobby that I have dropped completely in the last couple of months, which I'm so sad about, has been reading, but I just haven't I don't know. I don't feel the need, I don't feel the desire, the want to read. And I think that's fine. I think that is completely fine. In the beginning, I was a little bit like, I felt a little bit guilty. I felt a little bit guilty that I dropped this habit because I did build up a good habit of reading every single day. But yeah, it just happens. It just happens, and I'm trying to not be too hard on myself. Like, one day I'm sure I will pick up reading again. Like, it's not like it's gonna go away, it's gonna be there. I just have to remind myself, like, not every day has to be this perfect day where I exercise, where I take care of my plants, where I do my job amazingly, where I, hang out with friends, where I read, where I do all of these things. Like, no, that is so unrealistic. And listen, even if I manage to do like one good thing, like for example, go on a run, that is amazing. And I'm trying to focus on the things that I am doing and that I am loving, instead of focusing on the things that I am maybe not doing and that I'm maybe neglecting a little bit. I mean, it does suck and it is unfortunate, especially when it's not that I don't wanna like do these things, it's just that I don't have any energy. Like, I just feel so drained, and I just feel so, I don't know, like even getting up to like get a glass of water can sometimes feel like a challenge. And that is okay. I just have to remind myself that it is perfectly okay, and that it's just kind of like one of those periods. And also, for example, I'm doing so much better at work now. I know that I sometimes complain about work, but luckily I actually have been working on a project that has been really, really fun for me. Like, it's been something that's been really up my alley, and that kind of like really rekindled like my joy or motivation at work, which has been great. So I have been doing like a lot better at work. I actually enjoyed my work, instead of just like kind of looking at the clock and waiting for my 8-hour shift to go by. So that has been also something that I really should be proud of myself for. But yeah, it's just kind of like one of those periods. For example, I know that I need to clean my studio. Like, it's not horrible, but I haven't done like a good deep clean in quite a while, and I love to clean. Like, usually I would clean like every single weekend, but then I kind of like stopped and made it a habit to do it at least like twice a month, just because I didn't want to spend every single one of my weekends cleaning, because obviously I have a pretty big space. Like, this is at least 60, 70 square meters. I'm sorry, I don't know how many square feet that is, but it's a pretty big space, and to clean all of it, especially with all the plants and all of the stuff that I have, it's a lot. It takes up a lot of time. So I would spend like honestly half a day, like half a Saturday on just cleaning, and I just didn't want to live my life that way anymore. Like, there is more to life than like cleaning. Trust me. I mean, having a nice space, I love having a nice space, a nice clean space, but it does not have to be like pristine all the time. Like, a little bit of dust, a little bit of clutter, it ain't gonna kill me. And it ain't gonna kill me. So I tried to kind of reduce that, but now it's been a while since I did like a good deep clean, and I need to do it, but I just don't feel motivated, and I will get it done. I'm sure I will get it done eventually. maybe I just need to rest. Like that is, oops, sorry, hit my mic. That is something that I also like rarely allow myself. And I feel like that is just such a societal problem that we don't rest. And when I mean rest, I don't mean like you taking, I don't know, like a weekend, like 2 days where you're probably going to spend most of it on your phone or going out or doing like a lot of chores around the house or like running errands. That is not rest. That is absolutely not rest. I feel like I just need a period where I can completely disconnect, completely recharge my batteries. And yeah, I just think I need to rest, and I need to give myself the grace and that resting period, but it is hard. It is absolutely, it's so hard. It's so hard to rest because we are just wired. We're just wired to do more. We're just wired to always be productive and always want more. Like just even having like 5 minutes where you just don't do anything, where you're just staring at the sky, like that can change your life. But we don't allow ourselves those little pockets of, honestly, of breath to just breathe, to just exist, to just be human. We are not robots. We are not machines. And obviously, I mean, we live in crazy times where all of the big companies make more money than they ever did, but they are still so greedy. And we are constantly like, whenever I get in like a loophole of watching like TikTok videos or whatever, it's wild to me. It's wild to me how much like self-improvement there is like online, and most of it is so unhealthy, and most of it is just promoting really unhealthy habits that will eventually lead to burnout, that will eventually lead to really horrible feelings, honestly. Like, for example, because I started running and I also had some issues with like my stomach where I had to change my diet a little bit and stuff. And I'm doing like a lot more research, on like healthy eating, on healthy exercise, how to like have a healthy running form and stuff like that. But because I have been researching those things, my algorithm has been full. It has been full of, weight loss, training tips, this and that. And it's like, this is insane. And sometimes I would like get in these rabbit holes of, for example, watching what I eat in the day videos. And it was just like all the calories, all the numbers, this is healthy, this is unhealthy, this is that, this is this. It is wild. Like it is, I feel like, especially for somebody with maybe like a background of mental issues, it is so easy to like, for example, develop some kind of like eating disorder, or even it's so easy to develop any kind of disordered thinking, like with food, with work, with your relationships. Like we live in these crazy times where it is so easy to have such a twisted, distorted view on everyday things, when honestly, all we should do is just like, we just need to chill. We just need to live our lives. Not every day has to be like completely filled out to the max. Not every day has to be the most productive day ever. And that is something that I'm also like kind of trying to learn with age. Obviously, I feel like, because like another thing that's very much societal is that, you have to be like super successful by your 20s. Like if you don't like own a house, don't have a husband, are not like filthy rich by 25, like basically you are a loser. And I'm just like, that is so wild. And I used to think that, back in the day when I was like in my early 20s, I used to put myself, I thought my self-worth was how much I did, like how hard I worked, how much money I earned. And now I could not think like differently. And I'm so glad that I realized that. And I'm just like, I'm still so freaking young. Like, I just want to live my life. there's just like so much more to life than work, than money, than obligations. Obviously, we do need money to live. That is a fact. And obviously, a lot of people don't have that. Like me sitting here recording on a fancy camera, uploading this video to YouTube, and being in this comfortable chair, having this beautiful setup around me, and even having the time of day to have these issues and to have these problems is such a privilege. And I feel like I just by talking it through, it really helps me put a different perspective on things and kind of put myself in somebody else's shoes. And I realize that I just need to rest. And I encourage you to do the same. Just like rest, try not to overwhelm yourself too much. Like that hobby, it can wait. That work obligation, do it, but like don't stress yourself out. That exam that's upcoming, try your best, but don't kill yourself over it. Like life is too short, and I feel like we are just killing ourselves without like for no reason, for no freaking reason, like for no reason. So yeah, I guess the point of this video is that if you are feeling burned out, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling honestly any type of way, just like take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, and realize that things will be okay. Focus on healing yourself. Focus on giving yourself grace, giving yourself rest, and that life is good. Like, especially if you are living a privileged life, like just live it, live it for the people who can't. Enjoy nature for the people who can't. Walk for the people who can't. And just do your best. Like that is all you can do. Like just try to do your best, and yeah, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. We all need to be more kind to ourselves. Anyway, this was kind of like a chatty video, and again, more personal. I hope you got something out of it. If you watched till the end, honestly, thank you so freaking much. Leave me a little heart emoji in the comment section below, and also let me know like your thoughts on this topic. If you are struggling with burnout, if you maybe have like a different point of view from me, and maybe even like a solution when it comes to burnout, I would definitely love to hear from you. And don't worry about me, I'm okay. And this is not like this is not me trying to get sympathy. This is not me trying to kind of like complain. This is just me trying to have an open, authentic conversation with all of you and share my real life experiences, because I feel like so many people on here just kind of like put on this character, and I don't want to do that. Like I want to share the real me. I want to share the real Matt with all of my flaws, all of my struggles, as well as all of the beautiful things that I bring to the table. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to hit that like button. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. You can also subscribe for more of this kind of content, and obviously plenty content. And don't worry, I will still be making videos. There will still be planned content going up, so don't you worry about that. I just needed to vent a little bit, and honestly, I feel better. So thank you so freaking much. Like you are an absolute rock star. I hope you have a super amazing, fabulous day, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.